From Washington to Southern California. Now a member of Congress is threatening to ask the federal government to step in to oversee the Inglewood Police Department. Eyewitness News reporter Miriam Hernandez is live in Inglewood with details on the report and what could happen next. Miriam.
Well, David, apparently a lot of this has been underway for many, many months. The Inglewood Police Department has been under scrutiny on several different levels, but until now, the focus has been on the actions of individual police officers. Well, this letter from the Department of Justice spells out some other problems that go much further. In fact, they go to how the department spells out its policies and procedures. In Inglewood, the lament is all too common.
We definitely don't think he deserved it. There's definitely has to be different ways to be able to deal with people that they may suspect had a gun.
A fatal shooting by an Inglewood police officer who killed an unarmed man. It happened 3 times last year in a 4-month period. Congresswoman Maxine Waters called for a federal civil rights investigation. Now she has a 31-page letter from the Department of Justice. Though the probe is not complete, what investigators found so far is that police policies are outdated, even vague. Quote, the IPD's use of force policy does not provide enough technical and practical detail to provide officers with clear directives.
If the police do not have clear directives, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to respond in ways that may not be consistent with good police practices. So that's very important.
The finding is troubling to Greg Block. He is a certified trainer in use of force, instructing officers on how to size up a suspect, what weapon to use, and when not to use it. Failure to have a clear policy, he says, that is backed by the courts opens the door to lawsuits and fatalities.
That officer may realize that because their policy isn't clear, they may not make a decision. That could result in the officer's death or death of an innocent bystander. By the same token, some of the actual lack of definitions they're using could also result in the death of a suspect because their use of force is not clearly defined.
Another problem identified by the DOJ, Inglewood's policy is inconsistent with the constitutional standards and limitations for the use of force. The letter also identifies deficiencies that may be caused by lack of funds. Many officers had not completed their quarterly firearms qualification because the Inglewood Police Department did not have adequate supply of ammunition. End quote. And it is important to note that according to the Department of Justice, Inglewood Police Department is fully cooperating. In fact, it applauds the efforts of the police chief, Jacqueline Seabrooks. She has already made many changes that embrace the recommendations by the DOJ. And in a statement tonight, the department says it is taking all these recommendations very seriously. Reporting live from Inglewood, Miriam Hernandez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.